All you need to do if you want to make online money is solve a problem that somebody else has. That's all a business is. You are solving a problem that someone else has and they pay you in exchange for solving said problem. There has not been a single time in history that I've ever made money from following something that I was passionate about. I've only ever solved problems that the marketplace had. Let me give you an example of my first business and then how I'm starting a business today that is zero passion, purely to make money. So the first business is I wanted to get mentored by someone who already had grown a very large business. And so I was reaching out to dozens of people per week while I was in high school, looking to work for them for free, looking to pay to work for people. I honestly wanted to work for a hedge fund manager. I was actually going to this one hedge fund manager that I really wanted to work for, his office every single day, looking to just get a meeting with him. That never worked. There was one guy that I really wanted to work for, George Gammon. He had an online YouTube channel. He said that he was having a birthday party. So what I did was I got his logo tattooed on my leg, flew across the country, started working for him. That's besides the point. That's how I got my first mentor. When I started working for him, I was doing macroeconomic research. The business I have today is 100% not even close to the same. It's completely different because what I realized was I needed to solve problems for these people if I wanted to make a lot more money. And that's usually in a sense of solving a problem for them, not what they're already super good at. So what we realized is if you wanted to get a lot more views, you had to understand something that other people weren't doing. So I started reverse engineering what the top people in the YouTube space, in this guy's space, were doing. Because everyone thought that the guy, George Gammon, that I was working with had substantially better information, but the other people got way more views. That means they know something that you don't. You are the stupid one. If someone is making a lot more money than you, they know something that you don't. Same thing with anything in life. So all I was doing was reverse engineering what the top people in the space did. We started to implement it with George. I started to implement it with his friends. Fast forward a few years where I am today, we have a business where we're helping the largest entrepreneurs on YouTube and on all social medias do 100% of their organic media turnkey approach for 1 hour of the entrepreneur's time. And then we're building out the sales funnels to close every single warm lead that we get with a personalized AI sales approach or sending them straight to the team. Of course, I skipped a lot of steps. All I did was solve a problem for people. All these people wanted more leads for their business, and I could solve that by being the absolute best at driving organic traffic. And then the next problem that these business owners had was, well, they need to get better at actually closing those leads. So then we built out a department to close the leads for them. And then another thing that we had, another problem solution, how to make money in business, is we were generating so many long form views, and we still are, so that other revenue stream that we now started to get is sponsors for all my current clients, because that is worth millions and millions of dollars per year. You know, when Joe Rogan comes on and says this video is sponsored by AG1, well, the guys that I work with, they are just as big in their potential spaces and their niches. So that's worth a lot to other advertisers. So we're making money on so many different fronts. What is the point of the story? You just solve a problem that the marketplace has and everything else comes together. The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. That leads me to another business that I'm starting right now. It is helping people in the real estate space, which is a much older space, which is where all my friends are. This is the only reason why I'm starting this business, is because there's a problem right now. A massive, gaping, huge problem that all of these guys want solved, that they've told to me to solve it. Because I know so many guys in the multifamily real estate space, like literally hundreds of people that have a few thousand units, which are massive, massive apartment buildings. I know all those guys because of my clients, because of who they hang out with, because of the live events that I get to go to or speak at, or the masterminds. I know all these guys. The problems that they have, they've told me. And they would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars per year to get those problems fixed. So I want to create an AI system that fixes all of their problems for them. Am I particularly passionate about this? No, I don't give a fuck at all. All I care about is there is a marketplace need. There's no one that is filling that gap. So I'm going to fill it. And how do you fill this type of gap? Now it's so much easier for me because I'm many years into the business journey. I can be in charge of sales and marketing. That is my role. I will hire someone to do all the product, everything. And then we also have unlimited distribution from some of my clients' channels. I would just say, hey, I built you this product. I'll sell it for you via your channel. Let's split it 50-50. So I have unlimited reach because we can do all these things. And so we're going to create products that allow people to find better real estate deals, close those deals faster, get more tenants rented inside their leasing space. Like let's say you have 200 units or 200 properties. you're always going to have vacancies. So if we can have a better system without using leasing agents, or having one leasing agent being able to fill up all 200 of those units, you are saving hundreds of thousands of dollars per year and increasing revenue. So getting more tenants in their properties, and then having better property management techniques, utilizing AI to the best degree possible to streamline these processes. That is a massive amount of value. So that is exactly what we're going to try and do, because I already have a way to sell it. And when there's a problem, you can provide the solution if you know that there's a problem and you have a way to market it. And I'm looking to buy quite a bit of real estate over the next 12 months because there's a lot of real estate that's down substantially. I have a tax problem. And if you buy real estate, you get the massive tax breaks from it, as well as trying to build long-term wealth. So I would then utilize this AI that I'm going to try and have built out for all these people that have this problem, and then just use it for myself. And so it doesn't fucking matter about what you're passionate about. And trying to make a business out of that, because I guarantee you, you're going to become unpassionate about it pretty quickly, because you realize that it's not just all fun and games. When you really start to grow a business, all business turns into the exact same things: managing people, hiring people, getting inbound leads, trying to close the clients, and you're not actually doing the thing that you're passionate about. Now, if you just want a job and you want to fulfill your passion, fine. Or if you want to be a solopreneur and just provide something, that's fine. I don't give a fuck what you do that. The only thing is, if you're actually looking to scale and grow a business, it all turns into the same fucking thing of just managing people. And now, even though I was quasi-passionate about the content creation and doing all these things for the entrepreneurs, that's barely what my job is anymore. Now my job is a people manager, hiring people, getting people onboarded, trying to take on more clients, trying to improve efficiencies, trying to figure out what we're missing. All businesses are just the same fucking thing at the end of the day, at scale. It's always just problem, do it, solve it. And so my question for you is, what problems do you see other people have around you that you know that you could sell to them, right? That's really the question that I would be asking. The biggest, easiest one of all time right now is providing AI efficiencies into any business around you, because all of these people are not doing anything. Let me give you a real example where this guy wanted to pay me a lot of money, but I told him no because I don't want to do it. I was just at a live event and I ended up meeting this guy that we're from the similar area in Massachusetts. I was flying back here after this event in Miami, and we were both at it. He has a business where he does about $2.5 million per year, where it's an HVAC, electrical, like just hands-on physical approach. And he wants to get a lot of government jobs, because as the economy is getting worse, which the economy is getting substantially worse, he wants safer income. And so he said his best projects that he does are when he gets a government contract, because those government contracts, they always pay on time. They always pay more than someone else that's trying to haggle you for a discount. And it's super, super easy to service. He said, the hard part is getting those government contracts. I said, well, how do you do it right now? How do you get those leads? He told me that there is this website where the government gives every single project that they're looking for, and that you need to bid on it and you need to get in communication with them. And I said, well, if I were you, I would build out an AI that scrapes every single job that is in your category and gives them personalized outreach to try and close as many of those gigs as humanly possible. That would be the easiest low-hanging fruit, where he could get unlimited leads if he just had a way to constantly communicate with those government entity projects at scale. If you could be bidding on 1,000 of them per week as opposed to 2 per month, which is what he was currently doing, then you can close way more of those leads. And then he can focus on hiring people to fulfill all of those projects that they're bidding on at scale. And then you would have unlimited leads. So that's just one example where you're solving a problem. All businesses have the same fucking problems. You need better talent to service the whatever your product is at scale. You need more leads to actually give a service to. And it's so fucking easy to solve these problems when you go into a business looking to make them more money. And so it would be so easy to go into one of these businesses and say, hey, how are you currently getting customers? How are you getting leads? And then figure that out and find a way to improve efficiencies and get them more leads. And then you could start a business around servicing those exact types of fucking businesses at getting more leads, or improving efficiencies, or finding ways to reduce payroll expenses, or all of the above. With AI, you can actually do all of the above. So the point is, your passion doesn't fucking matter. At least mine doesn't. I'm passionate about growing business. I love business and I want to continue to grow. And at first, it is very stressful starting to hire people, and you have a lot more responsibilities, and there's so many roles, and there's so many systems that need to get built out. When all of that is very, very, very fucking difficult. Way more difficult than for me. So I don't do any of it anymore. Thank you to the team who's way better at everything than I am. Sorry, I'm not even breathing because I'm talking so fast. Because I drank 2 coffees this morning, and now I'm slamming an energy drink because I just have so much fucking work to do, because we're working on so many projects. And today I finally hired someone to manage the sponsorship company that I was just talking about. And so hopefully that turns into a pretty massive revenue stream quite quickly if someone is spending a lot of time on that every single day. Whew, fucking hey, Josh. Breathe for a second. Learn how to fucking talk caffeinated slower. So I have meetings for the rest of the fucking night. I'm becoming a fat boy because I'm so busy with work and there's so many things that we're working on. So I gotta fucking lay off the Cheez-Its, which I was just doing, hemorrhaging those fuckers down. Anyway, goodbye.